All right, so I'm on a pretty hefty incline, so I'm just gonna walk and talk for a second. The more I listen to people who run marathons or ultras and are training regularly throughout the week, sometimes they talk about like a runner's high, meaning kind of they just forget that they're running and they can just think freely. I'm not there yet. I think a lot, but my legs are still always in shambles. So, but one thing that I've been thinking about pretty often recently, I've talked about it with a few people, is I'm not trying to get all political, so if you don't like him, that's fine. I don't know that I like him or don't like him. Don't get political, not the point of the story. Shia LaBeouf is on his podcast recently, and he mentions somebody told him a story about this kid and his father in ancient China or Asia. I'm not sure. I'm gonna botch the details, but basically the dad can't work, so it's just this kid working on a farm, and they have a horse, and when they sell the crops, it's how they pay the person who owns the land, it's how they eat food, it's everything, so it's how they survive. So one day the kid's working out in the field with the horse, and the horse is the only way to work the field. The horse runs away, and the kid runs inside to his dad. He says, "Dad, the horse is gone. It ran away. We have no way to work the field. We can't grow crops. We can't make money." He's like, "We're gonna starve. We're gonna die." The dad goes, "I can't call it." And so a few days later, the horse comes back, except he comes back with like 40 wild horses. Kid runs outside, sees what the horse brought back, runs back inside to his dad, and he says, "Dad, we got 40 wild horses now. We're not in the farming business." He goes, we're in the horse selling business now." He's like, "We're solid, we're set." The dad says, "Son, I can't really call it. I don't know if this is bad or good." So like a week later, the son's out on the farm, and he's trying to break in all of these horses that have moved onto their farm. One of the horses kicks his fucking leg, shatters it. And one of the things Shia LaBeouf says, he says, like, I mean, his leg is fucking shattered, you know? It's like ancient China, so he's sitting in a chair and wrapping it in like banana leaves or something. So he's fucked. So all the village hears about this kid and how fucked his leg is. And they go up to the dad and say, I'm really sorry about what happened to your son. That's a terrible situation." And the dad says, "I don't really know what to say about it. I don't know if it's good or bad. I can't call it." And so about a couple weeks later, a bunch of samurai on horses head up to the dad and the son's farm, 2,000 or something like that, and get up to the porch. And the dad says, the samurai looks at the dad and said, "Give us your son. We're about to go to war. We need your son." And the dad said, I would give you my son, but he's crippled. He can't even walk." So the samurai all ride off, and they all die in war. I'm sure I botched little pieces of that story, but I really like the message of it. Basically says, like, no matter your situation, no matter what happens, you can think about like relationships, money, your job, family, anything. I feel like there's kind of always a way not to spin it in your favor, but to see a different side of the story. So, if you're in a bad relationship with a person that you actually really like, or something along those lines, you can always say, the situation sucks, but maybe it's good for me. Maybe it's a place that I can grow, For me recently, turf toe really pissed me off because I felt like I've been running for a while, enough to build like a base and then finally map everything out. And as soon as I post on Instagram about here's my week, here's my workouts, here's my run schedule, I finally got it set. It's time to move forward. I get turf toe and I'm fucked. So I can't really run exactly what I just told everyone I was about to run. But I've never strengthened my feet in my life. And I know on my really long runs throughout the week, on the weekends, my feet are fucking killing me afterwards. So if you think about it, you know, I get turf toe, can't run, can't really call it. Is it a bad situation or a good one? To be honest, bad in the short term, probably good in the long term, because I'm strengthening my feet, which is only going to help me run further, less injuries, more efficiently. So yeah, I don't know. It's just something I've been thinking about a lot more, kind of not just with running, but with everything, is just that I can't really call it. There's always a way to spin some kind of situation to see the positives. I'm trying to do that more often, but yeah, that's a long rant, but just thought I'd talk about that while I'm on this incline. I think I got a shitload incline more to go, so maybe I'll have some random pieces of wisdom. It's doubtful, but yeah. All right, I'll check in with you guys later.